Hello again, I'm Stephen Wells, the host of the Motoring Weekly podcast for the Australian Historic Road and Racing community. This is episode 192 with an update on the progress of Taylor Gill and his quest for success in the World Rally Championship. Last night I had a Zoom call with Taylor, who is currently in Finland, and we spoke about a few topics, including his top 4 placing at the recent Rally of Sweden. So here's the conversation. I'm here with Taylor Gill. He's sitting up in Finland. I'm in sunny Australia. And just wanted to catch up with Taylor about progress on the 2026 season in WRC2. So we spoke, first of all, in December. We highlighted your success in the Junior World Rally Championship last year. We published that on the 1st of January to start the new year. But I wanted to start off with a non-kind of rallying topic, first of all, which was the 2025 Sir Jack Brabham Award that was presented by Motorsports Australia. That award recognises the outstanding achievement and success by an Australian motorsport competitor at the international level. And you join such luminaries as single-seater pilots Oscar Piastri, Daniel Ricciardo, Mark Webber, and also the rally driver Cody Crocker. So congratulations on that award. What does it mean to you to win that award?
Yeah, thanks, and thanks for having me on again. It's really cool to be awarded with the Sir Jack Brabham Award and to be recognised for the efforts we put in overseas last year. Like, it was obviously we missed out on the main prize of the Junior WRC, but still it was a really good season, plenty of rallies and plenty of good results to be really proud of. So yeah, to be recognised with that award was pretty cool, alongside some pretty big names, like you say.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll get it again after more success this year and next year as you work your way up the rallying tree, because I noticed that Piastri had won it 3 years in a row through his work in F1 and F2, etc. So hopefully you will be a multi-time award winner as well.
Yeah, let's say that'd be cool. So try and have a few good rallies this year.
And so you're back in Finland. Last month you finished your first WRC2 rally, which was the Rally of Sweden. From memory, you were running a Ford Fiesta in the Junior World Rally Championship, and now you've stepped into a Toyota GR Yaris Rally 2. What's the difference between those two vehicles?
Yeah, I mean, the main difference is the category and the step up in specification of the car. Our Yaris is a Rally 2 car compared to the Rally 3 Ford Fiesta we were using. So it's got more power, it's got better brakes, better suspension, more suspension travel. The car's wider, it has a bit of a kind of body kit on it. That's the main differences. And it's just a really proper race car. Everything in it is built for rallying, and that's it. So it's really built from the ground up like that. It's really user friendly, and the car's just a machine. Like, I really have to lift my level to come up to what the car's capable of.
So does that mean you've got to do a lot more setup in the rally to be able to get the most out of the car?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely have more options as well with the setup compared to when I was in the Junior WRC. The setup was quite controlled by the championship. We were only allowed to change the damper clips and the roll bars. Now with the Rally 2 car, we're not restricted by anything like that. So we have many different options we can change with the differentials, the dampers, roll bars, everything, basically ride height, so on and so on. So it creates also a lot of work to do on the car between stages to try and be as optimal as possible with the setup for each stage of a loop, because when we do these rallies, we do 4 stages at a time, and each stage is different in one way or another from the previous stage and from the next stage. So there's a bit of adapting to do.
And how much time did you get in the car before the rally started?
Not that much. We only have one test day in the car. We did about 130 kilometres, and that was pretty much it. We were straight into it, so it was a big jump in the deep end.
Was that on the rally circuit, or were you using a specialist location to do that testing?
Yeah, we were testing in Finland here on some local roads, so slightly different to Sweden, but realistically,
Yeah. Okay.
snow and ice covered roads are more or less the same in Finland and Sweden. So
Yeah, well, they're close by each other, aren't they? Probably next door, I
yeah,
think. You know.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
so with your co-driver Daniel Burkage, you finished fourth on debut, behind three Scandinavian teams. So although you didn't get a podium, it's still a remarkable achievement. Can you actually describe the rally itself and how you went through it?
Yeah, I mean, it was of course not easy. We weren't expecting it to be easy for the first one in WRC2, and it was a little bit difficult to start with, which again we were kind of expecting. We weren't going to be red hot on the pace right from the first stage, and I could feel straight away in the first 5 or 6 kilometers that I was really undercommitted and under the limit of the car, and I felt like I was losing time everywhere, but I was kind of expecting that at the same time also. And then, once I put the first stage time on the board, which was actually Thursday night, and then let's say Friday morning, then I had a bit of a baseline to work with, and then we could improve when I started to get into the rhythm of, stage after stage after stage after stage, improving every time and, analysing my own driving quite a lot and seeing where to improve. And the pace just progressed over Friday quite a lot. The first stage we were about 0.8 or 0.9 seconds per kilometre slower than the fastest guys, and then by the end of the day it was down to 0.3, 0.2. So that was a nice improvement, and then we were able to continue that on Saturday, which was really good. Especially Saturday morning was probably my strongest loop of stages for the rally. As far as the amount of time lost to the front guys was not that big, and we had a top 3 stage time as well, which was really nice. And then, Saturday afternoon was a little bit more tricky. I was struggling a bit more when we did the second passes of the stages. So, still have a bit to kind of learn there. And again, that's where we were learning a lot about the car setup and that sort of thing as well. And then, Sunday was a bit more of a bring it home kind of day and just finish the job. Before the rally, we targeted that the top 5 would be a really strong result. So we were in that position. So just wanted to finish the job, like I said.
Good. And you won that rally last year in the junior championship. Was it the same course, or had they modified it this year in a different location?
It was about 80% the same from 2025. There were a couple of stages that were driven in the opposite direction, but basically everything was familiar.
So in effect, you came in fourth. So you had the 3 Scandinavian teams, so they were more local, and they would probably be grown up on that kind of surface and snow and packed ice and things. You come from a completely different part of the world where you don't get a lot of that, depending on where you are in the country. So even then, that's an amazing achievement to be able to come in behind the 3 locals, and then you probably beat more locals in the process.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a bit strange, like you say, because we don't get that much snow in Australia, and definitely not snow-covered roads and rallies. So, it seems almost funny in a way that I won the rally last year in Junior WRC, like you say, and then this year also, finishing fourth behind 3 local drivers, and there were a few other drivers from similar countries that were around us. So it was it's cool to be in the mix, and I would consider that I'm not that strong on snow. I feel stronger on tarmac and on gravel still. So there's still a bit to learn. I mean, it was my 3rd time doing Rally Sweden, so it was only my 3rd time doing rallies on snow, whereas these guys that were beating us, like you say, have been competing on this stuff since they were 14 or 15. So it's quite different when you compare the experience level with them. It's really hard to be competitive against them.
Yeah. So, again, that's why it's a great result, considering it was your first rally in WRC2 on an environment that you're not, fully used to. to be able to learn through the stages what was going on with yourself and the car, and being able to build on that is quite something.
Yeah, exactly. And that was, also a big goal for the rally, was just to progress from start to finish and learn with every kilometre, which I felt like we did. And it felt so obvious inside the car how much more natural the feeling was getting with every passing kilometre, every passing stage, especially Friday morning. Like, between each stage, we didn't touch the car setup or anything too much. I just need to learn to drive it, and then once I've got a handle on it, we can start to play with it a bit more.
Mm. And so the next one is nowhere near snow. It's Croatia in April. Have you been rallying in Croatia before, or is this going to be another new adventure?
No, Croatia's one that I've done also twice before, and had two quite good results as well. We were second there in the Junior WRC in 2024, and then we won there last year. It was a round of the European Championship, so not the World Championship, but yeah, we won there. It's been a good rally for us. It's a rally I really enjoy. Super difficult, tarmac rally, but the roads are normally really old mountain roads, kind of broken tarmac, and massive cuts everywhere that the guys take. So then it gets full of mud and dirt and leaves and gravel all over the road, and sometimes the car gets dirtier at a tarmac rally like in Croatia than what it would in a dry gravel rally in Finland. So yeah, it's a bit funny like that, but it's a really good event. So yeah, we enjoy it a lot.
And then when we last spoke, you and Daniel were planning to do 7 European rounds of the championship. You were missing out, I think it was Africa, Japan, and South America. So you've chosen the ones up in Europe. How's that tracking? Are you still looking good for the all 7 that you've chosen?
No, basically in an ideal world we would do 7, but realistically we only really plan to do 3 rallies, which was Sweden, Croatia, and then Finland. So yeah, at the moment, we've done Sweden, we'll do Croatia, and then still I don't have the full budget yet to do Rally Finland. That's going to be really tricky to get. So yeah, it's quite a limited program, but we're just trying to make the best of the rallies we can get.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was going to be my question, was how was the funding going for you to be able to, for you guys to achieve the goals and the plans for the year?
Yeah, I mean, of course, step by step. But yeah, it's never easy when you see the kind of figures we've got to raise. So yeah, I've been lucky to get a little bit of support off the back of a good result in Sweden, which was able to kind of get us over the line to do Croatia rally, albeit it's quite tight with the budget, but we've got enough to say we go there and we do the rally. And then Finland will be the tricky one. Let's say I have a couple of months between Croatia and Finland to really work on that and try to hustle as much as we can.
So that one's the end of July, early August. So, you've got 4 months or so to be able to pull in some dollars to help on that one. Because I was as I did last time, I'll put the contact links up in the podcast detail. So I think this is a call out for any businesses who want to be associated with success. Get in touch with Taylor and talk about your branding on his car for 26, because this is going to be a year that you're going to be learning a lot. There's going to be a lot of exposure about what you're doing as you go through the different rounds. I did hear that you might be coming back this way to do a couple of rounds as well in other rallies. So it sounds like even though you might only be doing 3 or 4 rallies up in Europe, you've still got a reasonably full year ahead of you.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I'll come back to Australia, but I don't really have any, plans or crazy plans to do any rallies there. Let's just see if any opportunities come up. But to be honest, I'm fully focused on trying to do this WRC2 program. I mean, I can rally in Australia this year, next year, or in 10 years' time, but I can't rally in the World Championship whenever I like. So, I'm fully...
Yeah, I was going to say,
fully committed to this.
On you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but it's an interesting thing because also lots of people have said to me, why don't I go and do rallies in the Australian Championship? And I would love to, absolutely. But yeah, at the moment, I'm very single-minded on this opportunity in the World Championship. So
which
that's our
you have
priority.
to be. Otherwise, you will lose focus on some of the goals that you set yourself and for the team for 26 and 27.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why it's got to be the priority.
Yeah. So really, I'd like to get more businesses involved with what you're doing. Highlighting the fact that you did pick up the Sir Jack Brabham Award, which is, an amazing achievement. You've had your debut in WRC2 and met your goal for that one as well. A lot to be done over the next few months going into Croatia, and then hopefully the packages will sort themselves out for Finland, and maybe a little bit extra for you to then continue on with your plans.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. It's obviously a lot of work to do on that side, but also the priority is performing on the rallies. So we'll go to Croatia next month and do the absolute best job we can and see where it sticks us.
Yeah. So I'll put the details back in the podcast as well, including the supporters club, because that's an important area that people can get involved and get updates from you and understand what you're doing. Go check out the videos online because they look like they were a bit of fun to make, but also there's a serious side to that, which is, getting the car in the position that you need it to get onto the podium in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've done Brian, one of my friend that's been helping me with the media side of things, has put together a couple of really good videos covering our kind of pre-event build-up to Rally Sweden and then also the rally itself. So yeah, they're really good videos you should check out on my YouTube channel, and yeah, it gives a really good insight behind the scenes of how these rallies play out.
And Croatia is the 9th to 12th of April. So it'd be good to catch up with you after that and to find out how that particular rally went for you, because each one will be different. Even though you've been on them in the past, you're in a completely different vehicle now, so things will change. So it'd be good to catch up with you and get an update on how that rally went and what you learnt from it, and then hopefully by that stage Finland will be starting to gel in your mind as well. Yeah,
sure. Sounds good. We can definitely chat after that. It'll be a big challenge for us. So let's see how it goes.
Well, good luck with Croatia. I'm, keen to see that you're going to be, doing well, because this is such an important step in your career, and also the fact that it's putting Australia back on the map in international rallying. So we wish you well for Croatia, and we'll keep looking out for the content, because that's giving us a good feel of what you have to do to succeed.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
All right, no problem. Thanks, Taylor. So to recap, Taylor was runner-up in the 2025 World Junior Rally Championship and subsequently won the Sir Jack Brabham Award, which recognises an outstanding achievement and success by an Australian motorsport competitor at the international level. Recent winners of that award have been mostly Formula One or sports car racers rather than rally drivers. And he came fourth on the Rally of Sweden, as we've just heard, which was his debut WRC2 rally, and he was behind 3 local teams, making it an amazing result. So Taylor is showing good progression towards the goal of being a full world champion. However, he needs his countrymen to get behind him and support him in his endeavours. You can either join the Supporters Club, or if you're a business wanting to get your logo on a very successful car, then talk with Taylor about a partnership. The link to the Taylor Gill Motorsport website is in the podcast detail. Sign up and help Taylor and his co-driver Daniel get to the top of this sport.